In this video, we will discuss about parsing a Boolean expression. A Boolean expression is an expression that evaluates to either true or false. It can be in one of the following shapes. Given a string expression that represents a Boolean expression, return the evaluation of that expression. It is guaranteed that the given expression is valid and follows the given rules. So what they are saying is that in the input, you are given a Boolean expression. Now whatever is the evaluation of this expression, that you need to return as your answer. So basically we are given a binary expression which is having different types of characters. So if you see here, we have T and F. So T here denotes that the value is true and F denotes that the value is false. Then it will have three logical operators, which is logical and, logical or, and logical not, right? And, or, and not. Three operators will be there, and rest we have opening brackets, closing brackets, and the commas, right? So now if you see here, this is a logical or, and we need to find out that whatever is the value present here, when you apply this logical or on this value, then what is the result? Now the logical operators works on Boolean values, right? For this logical or, this value is also an expression, this value is also an expression, right? So first we will need to convert these expressions to Boolean values so that we can apply this logical or, right? So that means we will have to solve the innermost expressions first, right? So now you will try to solve this expression and this expression, right? So let's focus on this one. So this is a logical and. For this, whatever is inside the opening and closing bracket, that is its values or expressions, right? In this case we are having values. So this T and F are denoting true and false. Then that means for logical and we are having Boolean values, so we can evaluate it, right? So now this is true, this is false, this is true. So for logical and, we know that if there is at least one false, if there is at least one value which is having false, then your overall answer will also be false, right? Otherwise it will be true. Now in this case, there is one false present here. That means the value of this expression is going to be false. False is denoted by F. So we'll write F here, right? Now you will try to solve for this expression, right? Now for logical not, you always know that logical not is always applied on only one value, which can either be true or false, right? So either you will be given a Boolean value here, or you will be given an expression which will evaluate to either of these two values, right? And then you need to apply this logical not on that value. Okay, so now here T means true and not of true will be false, right? So the value of this expression will be false. Now for this logical or, you have Boolean expressions, so you can apply this operator now. So now for logical or, we know that if there is at least one true present, if there is at least one true present, then our answer will be true, otherwise it will be false. Now here both the values are false, we do not have any true, so the answer of this expression will also be false. So now we have evaluated the entire expression and the answer that we have got is F. F denotes false, so you need to return false as your answer. If it was T, then you would have returned true as your answer, right? So let's see how we are going to solve this. So if you see here, I told that first you would have to solve the innermost expression first, right? Then only you can go on to the outer expressions, right? So now, how do you solve such kind of problems where you have to evaluate something which is present inside, and after that taking its value, you need to evaluate something which was present on outer sides. So for that, most of the times we use a stack, right? So in this case also we will use a stack. So we'll create a stack. Now what we'll do is, if you will closely look in this binary expression, you will notice that an expression is always present inside an opening and closing bracket, right? And an operator is always present to the left of an opening bracket, right? What I am saying is that an operator will always be present to the left of an opening bracket, right? And an expression will always be enclosed within the brackets, right? So keeping these two things in mind, we will try to solve this. So what you will do is, you will start from the starting and you will check what is the current character. So this current character is an operator which is logical or. So we will push this inside our stack. Okay. Now next is an opening bracket. So we'll push this inside. Next is our operator logical AND. We'll push this inside. Then again we have an opening bracket. We'll push this inside. Then we have T which is true. We'll push it inside. Then we have T which is true. So we'll push this inside. Next we have a comma. Now do we need a comma? Is there any use for pushing comma onto a stack? No, right? It is just denoting that these two values are different. And since we are going character by character, we already know that these two values are different, right? So we do not need comma. So whenever you will encounter comma, you will simply ignore it. Now next is F, so we'll push F. Next is T, right? Next you will see that there is a closing bracket. Now as soon as you encounter a closing bracket, you know that there will be one expression that is ending at this point, because in the question it is given to us that this binary expression will always be valid. So for this closing bracket, there will always be a corresponding opening bracket inside which the expression will be enclosed. So whenever you will encounter a closing bracket, what you will do is you will start popping out elements from your stack, right? And until when you will pop out elements from your stack? Until you encounter an opening bracket, right? Because as soon as you encounter an opening bracket, that means we have taken all the values inside this expression, right? So what we'll do is, first of all, we'll pop this T out. So it will be T. Then we'll pop F. So here we'll have F. Then we'll pop out T. So here it will be T. Then you see now the top of the stack is an opening bracket. So that means we need to stop here and we'll remove this opening bracket also. Now once we have stopped here, we have got all the values, but we do not know what operation has to be applied or what operator has to be applied on these values. Now how can you get that? I told you that just before this opening bracket, an operator will be present, right? And in the stack, we stopped at the point where we encountered an opening bracket and we removed it. Then that means after we have stopped, the top of our stack will contain the operator that has to be applied on these values, right? So after stopping our loop, after coming out of our loop, we will pop one value, that is the top element, from the stack once, right? So we will get and here. It will be removed from here. So let's remove all this. So now we need to apply this logical AND on these values. Now these operators work only on Boolean values and these are just character T and character F, right? So now how are you going to evaluate it? So what we'll do is we'll create two variables, has true and has false. Both of them will initially be false for every expression, right? And then what we'll do is see why we have created these two variables. For a logical AND, we know if there is at least one false value present, then the answer is definitely going to be false. Otherwise, it is true. So the only thing that I need to know is that is there at least one false present in these values or not. So what we'll do is whenever we are popping elements out from our stack and it is T or F, we will mark these variables. Whenever we will get a T which denotes true, we'll make has true as true, right? So in this case, when you had popped T, your has true would become true, right? And then next you popped out F which is false, so now your has false also becomes true, right? Then you got T, now has true is already true, right? So now you know that in your expression true is also present, you don't care how many times, true is also present and false is also present, and if there is at least one false present, answer will always be false, right? So this is denoting that there is at least one false present, right? So answer of this expression will be false. So we will just check that if has false is true for logical AND, right? If has false is true, then answer will be false, otherwise it will be true, right? So in this case, has false was true, so the value of this expression will be false, right? So we will push F here now, the value of this expression, right? Let's remove all this. Now for the next expression, this will again be false, false, right? So now what is the next character? It is a comma, we'll ignore it. Then the next character is logical not, right? Then next is an opening bracket. Now just tell me one thing, that do we need to add this opening bracket inside our stack? Do we really need to push? No. Why? Because we know that an operator will always be present to the left of an opening bracket, right? Earlier, we were popping out elements from our stack until we encountered an opening bracket, right? If we don't push an opening bracket here, then what will be our condition? Till when we are going to pop out? So, you will pop out until the top element of the stack becomes equals to any of these operators. As soon as the top element becomes equals to any of the operators, then that means you have taken out all the values inside the expression from the stack, right? So at that point itself, you can stop, right? And then you will also need the operator for performing the operation. So after stopping your loop, you will pop one more element, which is the top element from your stack, right? So if you see here, we are having an opening bracket, so we won't push it inside. And earlier we had pushed this opening bracket, so we'll remove that as well. Now the next value is t, right? So we'll push t inside. Then next is a closing bracket, right? Now, as I said, as soon as you encounter a closing bracket, then that means it is the time to evaluate the expression. So we will start popping out elements from the stack till when? Until the top of the stack becomes equals to any of these operators, right? So this t is not equals to an operator, so we'll push this t out, and this is true. So now our hash true will become true, right? Next, we have this logical OR. Now this is equals to one of the operators. Then that means here we should stop, right? And after stopping, we will again pop one element from the stack, which will denote the operator that has to be applied. So we'll remove this also, right? So now if you see, how are you going to evaluate logical OR? Now for logical OR, it is simple. We know that if the value is true, then it will be false. If the value is false, then it will be true, right? So here you can just check for hash true. Like you can check for any of the variables. We'll just check if hash true is true, then that means there was true. So the answer will be false. And if hash true was false, then the answer would have been true, right? So in this case, hash true is true. So our answer will be false. So the value of this expression will be false. So we will push F inside our stack. So we'll remove this and we'll push F inside the stack. And now again, our hash true and hash false will become false for the next expression. Now you will see what is the next character. The next character is again a closing bracket. Then that means it is the time to evaluate the expression. So we will start popping out elements from our stack until we encounter that the top element has become equals to the operator, any of the operator, right? So now here the top element is F. So we'll pop this out. And since it is F, we'll mark hash false as true, right? Next, again it is F. So we'll pop out F. Hash false is already true. Now we have the top of the stack equals to one of these operators. So we will stop here. After stopping also, we need to pop the top element from our stack to get the operator. So we will pop this OR also out. So we'll get this, right? Now how you will evaluate logical OR? Now for OR, we know that if there is at least one true value, if there is at least one true, then that means the answer will always be true. Otherwise it will be false, right? So you can just check that what is the value present in hash true. So if hash true is equals to true, then that means there is at least one true present. So your answer will always be true. Otherwise your answer will be false. Now in this case your hash true is false, then that means there is no true value. So the value of this expression will also be false, right? This expression will also be false. So we will push F inside our stack, right? Then all of this will be removed. This will be initialized again. Now you will see that we have traversed the entire string. So now we can stop here, right? So now whatever will be present in your stack, that will be your answer. So here F is present, F denotes false. So your answer will be false. So I hope you got it, the approach that we are following. So now we will code it out. So first of all, we'll create a stack which will store our characters. Let's name it st, right? Then we will start traversing inside our string. So int I equals to 0, I less than s dot length, and I plus plus. Now, what I told you that what all characters are you going to ignore? The characters which you are not going to push inside your stack. So that will be a comma, right? I'll write it like this, a comma and opening bracket, right? We won't be pushing these two things in our stack. So if your current character, or we will have to write s of I again and again. So let's name it character ch equals to s of I. So we can use this character in our conditions. So we'll check that if your current character is either a comma or it is an opening bracket, right? Then that means we will continue. We won't do anything. We'll just ignore them, right? Now we need to check what all we are going to push inside our stack, right? So we'll check that if the current character is a t, or the current character is an f, or it is any of our logical operators, that is and, then or, and then not, right? So if the current character is any of these, then we will push it inside our stack, right? We will push it inside our stack, right? Else what we'll check that if the current character is a closing bracket, then that means now we have to evaluate the expression, right? So now until when are you going to pop elements out from your stack? Until the top element becomes equals to any of these operators, right? And for each expression you need two variables, that is has true, which will initially be false, and has false, which will also be initially false, right? So till when will you loop? Until the top element is not equals to logical and the top element is not equals to a logical or, and the top element is not equals to a logical not. Till then you will loop. Now while looping, what you will do is that you will take the top character, or let's name it top, right? You will take the top character, you will pop it out from the stack. Now you need to check that whether it is a T or a F. So we'll check that if top is equals to T, then your has true will become true, right? And if your top is an F, then your has false will become true, right? Now after we have done popping all these elements, our top element will become one of these operators, right? So after this loop, we will have to get the operator also out of our stack, right? So let's name it OP. This denotes our operator, right? So in this we will store the top element, then we'll pop this element out, right? So now OP is having the operator that has to be applied, and has true and has false are having their values accordingly set, right? So now what you need to check is that if your operator is an AND operation, right? So for an AND operation, what you need to check that if there is at least one false present, meaning if has false is true, right? So what you will do is inside our stack you will push that if your has false is true, then you will push a false, otherwise you will push a true, right? Then else you will check that if the operator is a logical or, right? If the operator is a logical or, then you need to check that if there is at least one true present, right? So if has true is true, then you need to insert true, otherwise you will insert F, right? Else if your operator is a not, right? And in that case what you need to do is you'll simply check, you can check any of the variables. So we'll check if the has true is true, then we'll push F, otherwise we will insert T, right? Now at the end, once this loop finishes, right, once we have traversed the entire array, we can just check what is present at the top, right? So what we'll return is, we'll return st.top equals to T, meaning if the top element is T, then return true, otherwise return false, right? So let's run this. So our test cases are accepted. Now let's submit this. So it got accepted. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe our channel.